Welcome back to the Asian ESL One Qualifiers. Now we are here with our second elimination match with MVP.Karnal versus QeeYou. Now MVP being a little bit vocal with their warm-up, whereas the Chinese being a little bit more quiet. But without further ado, we'll jump right into the game. I'll pass it on to our casters. Good luck, guys.
Thank you, Danielle. And here we have it, ladies and gentlemen, the home team, MVP.Karnal, facing off against, well, the Chinese team. It's going to be MVP facing off against QeeYou, and it's going to be a revenge game for the homeboys.
Sorry, I'm just looking at the screen, and I can see how different our heights are.
Thank you, Gandalf.
I'm not sure if you can hear me from down there. Yeah, so it's going to be an interesting game. We have the home crowd favorites, MVP. Who did play yesterday. The crowd went insane during those games up against QeeYou, but they played as well yesterday. Like, this isn't like the first time they're meeting. They played on Inferno, where it was a 16-11 scoreline for QeeYou.
And the thing is, it was an Inferno, and MVP kind of seemed to lose it. No,
I'm sorry, I just keep looking down. I keep seeing it. All right, let's
cool face. Now, well, the thing with MVP are they kind of seem to throw a few of those rounds on Inferno on the T side, and it's going to be Overpass.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
First time we're going to be seeing Overpass for MVP.Karnal. We got A-Chap, one row. And I think it's going to be Eamon next. Yep, the in-game leader, Eamon himself, who had a monster of a game yesterday. And, of course, K's amazing shots being hit by him the other day. And finally, Xavier. And, well, this is kind of redundant right now. MVP.Karnal, they did manage to defeat Neckbreak from India pretty comfortably, 16-7 yesterday as well. But, well, let's see what they can do today. There we go, MVP. And for QeeYou,
oh, we got Advent. It's going to be a little bit rough for me trying to remember how they say it's okay, or we're going with Almond, because he changes his name so often.
I think Almond's good.
Okay, Almond's good. Moriarty, Reaction, and Joking as well. And Joking had some great shots at AWP yesterday.
Indeed it did.
And it's going to be interesting to see how they're going to perform today. You know, it's the first match. There's no real warm-up. But QeeYou did really have MVP's number in their first match.
That was, of course, an Inferno. And the thing is, I'm a little surprised to see Overpass being played here, because Overpass, Train, and Cobblestone are three maps which you don't see being played in the Asian scene altogether. So, well, it's going to be one hell of a game here. We do have all the 10 players in, just waiting for them to... there we go, Overpass. Slight little lag there.
I want to see how actually the Oppers are going to be doing in this one.
It's going to be Case facing off against Reaction, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, I've seen a lot of teams, like the A site is always like the go-to site for teams. B is just kind of like the one you go to on occasion to catch them off guard. But you know, we've seen already with the Asian teams alone that they change things up. They actually do prefer a couple of other sites that the European teams necessarily don't go for. But if you were to predict a scoreline for this, because I'm going to put you on the spot. Remember, the winner of this game goes on to play against Immunity in their semifinal for their chance to get into the major. Where do you think this is going to go? Because you don't want to go against the home crowd favorite.
I'm going to go with MVP here. There we go. I'm just going to play this safe. But QeeYou, they showed a lot of composure yesterday on the CT side. So I'm an MVP. Let's see. I mean, I really haven't seen him play in Overpass that much. Maybe a couple of games here and there. I think MVP actually lost the last time they played Overpass in the ESCA Season 19. One of the league games they played against, I think, the Koreans, if I'm not mistaken. But, yep, let's see what they're going to bring out. We still have the 9th round. Oh, we do seem to have a few players dropping out here.
Yeah, they're just restarting really quickly. We should be getting underway. But Overpass, again, let's just talk about the map in general. So we haven't seen it much. We haven't seen it at all, aside from this game now. What's your thoughts on this map? How do you think these teams are going to do? You're saying that they haven't really played it too much. It's not one of the prime maps to be played in that scene. But do you think it's going to come down to maybe some adaptation on both teams to play this map? I'm
going to be assuming that QeeYou, looking at how they played Inferno on the CD side yesterday, they're just going to lock it down. What I'm expecting to see is QeeYou pushing 3 men into restrooms or bathrooms. Try to get the early information, fall back a little bit back into the A side later on, and probably just keep 2 guys in B. They're going to be playing this very standard, like how they played yesterday in Inferno. And for MVP.Karnal, let's see what they can bring out. Their T side yesterday, like I said, so many half buys coming out from them, so many rounds being lost unnecessarily in the end. So 16-11 was a score on Inferno, but it could have been much, much closer in my opinion.
All right, well, we're going to the knife. Wait, what? Oh, we're actually in the pistol round. We missed the knife round. All right.
No.
Okay, they're
I think we still have the knife round too.
I was going to say, I'm pretty sure that's not what's supposed to happen there. So yeah, we're going to the knife round now. And you think it's going to come down to, in this map, about who gets that CT side in the beginning?
I really don't think so, because, I mean, the old Overpass, yeah, getting a CT side was obviously the major advantage, but off late, I still don't think we really know how balanced this map is at the moment. Like, it depends on the teams, in my opinion. But here we go. Knife round, take it away.
Oh, I'm like Demon. I don't cast knife rounds. I just look at what happens and all the shanking. And I try and think about exactly what's going down. You know, Kaze, we have to think about him in particular. He had some phenomenal no-scopes yesterday and some phenomenal shots. Is he going to be able to step up as well today? And looks like we will have MVP pick up the knife round. So we get that choice aside.
I'm thinking it's gonna be stay. Yep, they're starting on the CD side here. Not very surprising. But let's see what QeeYou are going to bring out on the T side. The previous game, though, Skyred versus My Revenge, that was, well, I think the best game so far.
Yeah, in the interview you heard, it was kind of like they knew one guy was CT spawned, so he dropped down to go for the kill, but even with 10 seconds left, he wouldn't have time to plant it. So you have to just really kind of kick yourselves over Skyred. If they were just spread out, if they weren't in the same place, they could have actually tied things up and brought that into overtime.
The thing with Skyred, where I guess they really weren't expecting Zine to go for that play, because that was absolutely insane. Just dropping down to CD spot. Yeah, he had no other option. But both of them just lining up for him. And got a feel for the Vietnamese, but My Revenge, they are going to go on to face Renegades. That's going to be, well,
speaking of Renegades, I already saw Sponge practicing 3 hours before his match.
Well, he is channeling Get Right, isn't he?
He's outdoing Get Right, I think, is what we should say. But it's going to be interesting to see how that game goes. That will be our first semifinal of the day. It will be Renegades up against winner of that last game, My Revenge.
And here we have the MVP guys. They're having a nice little group huddle here. Trying to pump. And they should be looking for revenge against QeeYou. But the Chinese team, they have been pretty solid. I think they took 8 rounds against Renegades and Cash the other day, but let's see what they're going to do here.
A lot of pressure on their shoulders, too, considering, you know, how many lands don't really happen in these regions. You know, they don't really have a lot of practice in these situations, not to mention in front of their hometown crowd. That makes things even more difficult, but also make things really easy. Though once you get some really nice kills, you get really pumped up, really motivated, and your morale is soaring.
And well, speaking of not having much of land experience, I think Sky Red were the biggest choke of the tournament, if you ask me. Like, highly favored, but they just seemed not to just. They didn't seem themselves at all, except for the game where they won against, I think it was My Revenge, where they defeated Madas 2 earlier. Which was the first game they played? I think it was against, yeah, it was against the Koreans, if I'm not mistaken. And now MVP.Karnal facing on the QeeYou. Pistol round going live here. Good luck, half on being called out. As let's look at the setup they have here. They do have 2 men pushing. It's Kaze and Xavier pushing really short. They're not gonna push in much deeper, but look at the Chinese. They're just rushing into the B side here. Already inside the slide, but it's gonna be A-Chap opening things up with a headshot on Joking. As a reaction, it's gonna push it, it's gonna catch up. Oh, it's not able to get the frag as Wondro is gonna get a drop on him. It's now a 3v5 scenario. The bomb, it's just getting planted. It's A-Chap has got a peek out, takes on Moriarty. The smoke still there though, and My Revenge, sorry, MVP, they're going for this, but the Advent with his Tech 9 is going to be faced on to get 3 CTs here. It's going to go for the reload, it's going to be Orkix finds one, Orkix finds another, Orkix has a triple kill, and it's going to be Orkix clutching the round for his team. What the hell happened there?
Oh my lord, they all got taken down one by one. Orkix picked up 4 kills in that round. Ridiculous out of them, and the plant was obviously for short, but they didn't rush it down together. They didn't come in at the right time, and they got dropped.
And Kaze
that should not happen. MVP had that. And they even had a 3-man stack there to kick off the round.
And Kaze with a team kill as well. That was, oh, that was utter disaster for MVP.Karnal. As well, they're gonna just force it up here. 5-7's armor. A-Chap with the kit as well. And now QeeYou, 3 men slowly making their way towards long. The C4 is in playground as well. It looks like they're going to be going for this long play. They just have Kaze and Xavier to contend with. Kaze with a P250. And that's slowly going to fall back.
This could be a little bit dangerous. MVP actually letting QeeYou push into
But look
him.
at Wondro and Eamon. They're slowly pushing near T-spawn here.
Oh, they're going to get a flank.
There's Orkix waiting for them, but he... Oh. He's now going to notice a 2 men right behind him. The 3 men already inside the B side here. Sorry, A side here. And this could be... This could go either way. The Molotov's raining in. Kaze getting pushed back. Xavier going to open things up with a headshot on Joking. But Moriarty replies back, and Wanderer from the back. Xevo picks up a frag as well. It's all down to Reaction here. He's the only man with any health to speak of. Oh, Advent runs out of bullets. Reaction 1v3, and he's going to get taken down. And MVP.Karnal bring it back.
And Xavier picked up 4 kills from being tucked in on that side. A fantastic job by him tying things up now and pulling it back. That was so damn well done. Catching QeeYou off guard. And the thing is, QeeYou, they're the ones that control the pace, and that push out of Wanderer, like you were mentioning, completely caught them off guard and just locked them down. So here we go into the next round. It looks like QeeYou will be buying up themselves with the Tech 9s and the armor. And okay, it does have the Galil.
And just pushing out here. Oh, it's gonna be perfect flashbang, and it's gonna be Case finding Reaction, but a headshot from Moriarty. And it's gonna be Case falling back. He's gonna get caught on. He managed to get a running headshot, however, on Moriarty. As the remaining members of QeeYou, they're going to come charging out. It's going to be the C4 getting dropped as well. Zoking just pushing in all alone. I don't think that was something he should have done.
It might have been a little miscommunication, but now okay, going to push him with the M4. They're able to rescue out of Xavier. Still off towards the side of sight. I don't think they spot him out just yet. He has him so perfectly lined up if he just wants to go for the shot, but the smoke is just blocking him off. They finally just spot him out. K's going to be taken down to 8 health. Okay, able to back away. Still in a 1 on 4. K's already with the 4K looking for the ace, but Wanderer will pick it up to secure it. And MVP pick up their second round on the board.
And K's with another quad kill that round. This man.
Yeah, it says 3 kills on the scoreboard, but we can't forget about the TK that he did.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, so he technically has 4.
Well, Xevo picking up the quad kill the round prior to that, and now K's stepping it up. Now we have the AWP in the hands of K's, and it's going to be an eco round finally coming out from the Chinese. It looked like they're going to be pushing here into the A side. K's going to spot out a man, and he's going to fall back, but however, there is Xevo as well to back him up. They do have the Xevo does have the UMP to play with, which could wreak havoc amongst the eco.
Oh, he's gonna clean up.
It's gonna be an easy cleanup, but Advent's gonna peek out. Xevo with the UMP doesn't notice a man right behind him. He's tagged him down, but he's gonna fall finally. K's finally getting the headshot on the Advent. And he has the AWP as they're going to be last 2 members remaining. All and Eamon finds Moriarty, and Reaction and all kicks internally bleeding at the moment. There's nothing much they can do here. And it should be an easy anti-eco round here for Karnal.
He's trying to rush over towards B. Maybe go for that plant, but HChap is already waiting to stop this. And he will close out the round. 3-1 for MVP.
And right now, 3-1. As QeeYou are going to be buying up. They don't have that many, well, they do have some resources. They're going to be having a Galil on Advent, smokes and all of them. They should be trying to go for a little slower play here. They've been just bomb rushing the sides the first 2 rounds, the first 3 rounds in fact. And now spreading out a bit, but Wanderer is pushing pretty aggressively. Advent is going to get spotted by Wanderer, but Zoking getting the refrag. Zoking picks up a headshot. Xevo falls, and that's a man advantage very early on for the Chinese team.
HChap's still alive though on site. Forcing the pullback out of the rest of the team. And rotate 1 man down to help out. And even K's rotating as well. They're really stacking this B side out, trying to stick together. As you can see, the bomb is still actually outside on the B side towards Monster. But he's going to rotate back to his team. He very well could pull off the A take. I mean, there's a minute of time left. There's already 3 kills that's happened in this round. QeeYou have the man advantage. And they have the way to push towards A. SK's, he's actually rotating back. He could be the 1-man firing squad that they need.
Yes, it looks like it's going to be, and it looks like the sound just went out here. Well, K's though, he's all alone here inside the site. He's going to come peeking out slowly. If he's not careful, he could get caught out. He spots a man, takes a shot. Moriarty falls. He's going to get caught out by Zoking, however, and that's a site almost in control with QeeYou. There's a man lurking there. That's Eamon with the M4. He's going to peek out, is he? But he's going to get taken up by Zoking. It's the last man left alive. HChap in a 1v3 as the bomb is going to go down, and Zoking is going to rip his head off. And it's going to be an ace coming out from Zoking there. Massive round from the QeeYou player.
Well, considering he had 0 kills as well, he does finally get on the board, and what in style. 5 kills out of him. And they're going to start to apply some pressure to MVP. You know, MVP had a decent start in their game last time against QeeYou. Problem was that QeeYou were able to just fight their way back and take full control. But we've about coming in of MP yet again. K's back on the AWP, going to get very aggressive towards Fountain, very Fnatic-esque.
Not going to spot anyone, however. Have you noticed how almost each of the rounds we've seen, it's been like 1 player in either team getting a quad kill or maybe an ace in the case of, I think that was Zoking. So like huge individual plays coming out from both the teams here. But it's going to be MVP.Karnal with the man advantage with more than a minute remaining on the clock here.
I think it's both teams really showing that they really want this chance to get into the major. Trying to pull all the stops, every individual player trying to come up big. I think they have to remember, it's a team game.
It's
only we're 5 rounds in, you know, there's still a lot of CS to be played.
Indeed it is. It's a reaction. It's slowly making his way into water here. He has the op to play with. Not going to spot anyone, however. The C4 is lurking right outside Monster, and they should be going for this play. They do have to contend with Wanro and HAP, but they're holding pretty safe with Wanro near pit. And let's see, the nade coming in a little bit too early. That's not going to hurt Moriarty at all. And the Molotov's going to come in. A reaction going to open things up. HAP is going to fall. It's going to be a 3v3 here. Wanro still lurking inside of pit. They haven't spotted him out yet. The flashbang's raining in. The smoke's coming in, and
do they know he's here?
I don't think
they do.
think
they're really looking to stretch. The reaction's not looking. He can come straight in. He's going to stop the bomb, but
reaction!
Now, in a 2-on-2 situation, his reaction's going to fall now. It's Eamon, the last man alive in a 1-on-2. He's got the kit. Sooner grenade to work with, but it looks like he's just going to go for the save. And he's going to back away, giving QeeYou the tie at 3-3.
And that was reaction, getting some very good refrags and getting that opening frag as well onto, I think it was HAP there, near pit. And that's going to be QeeYou tying things up 3-3 here. And it's been a very back and forth game.
All right, well, Case, he's been relatively quiet, I think, this game. He's gotten a 4K before, but the op isn't what we saw yesterday, unfortunately, out of him. Again, very early on.
Indeed, and well, it's going to be forcing MVP to go for full eco by the looks of things. And they do have the op saved on Case. And let's see what is going to try.
Well, I think they're going to get aggressive, you know, back him with some pistols, see if he can get any action or any work done right at the beginning. I was expecting to actually push towards Fountain, because once he gets that control, once they get that vision, they get the information. In the meantime, QeeYou, they're pushing straight towards B as quick as they can. Eamon trying to defend against us. Incendiary grenade comes in, but all he has is that P250 can charge straight for him. He picks up the kill on the Joking, looking for Moriarty, and he gets him down so low at 33 health.
He's going to peek out here, still tapping away, and QeeYou are unable to push in, but Hawkins gets a refrag on the Wanro. Eamon still alive there. Exceed with the P2000, he's going to fall, however. And it's going to be Case with the op. What can he possibly do? He is in nest. He's going to duke it out with Moriarty. Both of them missing each other. HAP still alive. Takes on Hawkins. It's a 3v3 on Eamon! Oh! That was a disastrous Case now. 1v3. Moriarty so low. So is Advent. And Advent's going to peek out. Case is going to take him down. But the bomb has been ticking for a while there in Case. Yep, he's going to try and hold on to his op.
Do not tell me he had that switch to weapon on pickup on.
I don't know. I think it did. Or was it a reload coming in?
I don't think it was a reload. I really hope it wasn't the former of those two, because that's so unfortunate. He could have got a free kill and would have made things, what, at 1-1 or 2-1? Or, sorry, 2-2, actually. That might have cost him the round, actually.
That might have cost him the round. And, well, QeeYou now in the lead here. 4-3. Well, of course, it was an eco round from MVP the previous round, except for the op, which Case has managed to hold on to. They have FAMAS and Eamon. Let's see what they're going to try here. What do you think they should do at the moment? I know it's very early here, but QeeYou is slowly starting to...
It just seems like a lot of subtle mistakes being made out of MVP. That's cost him quite a few rounds now. Like, again, that P250 just there, that should have gone his way. If he did have that option on, that's a little bit unfortunate for him. Going for a slight stack towards B, trying to get that early control. Case does secure that. And they're pushing up aggressively over towards Connector. And I think this is what we see a lot of teams now do, is just get this early control over towards restrooms, you know, over towards Connector. They have Xavier off to the side as well, actually in there towards the stairs. And they give up a little bit of long control. You see a lot of teams actually as well push up 2 people towards long to get that control, and then eventually rotate back when they need to. So it just kind of depends on how they're feeling QeeYou are playing. But they have a 5-on-3.
And Joking already pushed here. Oh, he's got a spot on Eamon! And Case is going to fall back to the back. They do have the man advantage still, and just be trying to play the safe, wait for his teammates to come in. The bomb is going to get planted, but Case with the op comes out and takes on Joking. And 2v4 here, as Hawkey's going to take a massive amount of damage. He's going to finally follow Wanro. It's all down to reaction with his op. 1v4 should be impossible, but he's going to start things out with a bang. Takes on Case, goes for the quick scope, but it's going to be Wanro who's going to drop him, and the dual ops now.
All right, so they will tie things up at 4 apiece, and like you're saying, double ops. That's pretty interesting. So what? We're assuming they're going to send one man towards long, or maybe towards Fountain, and the other one over towards B.
They could try
Is Wanro actually going to keep this? No, he's actually switched over to HAP. So yeah, HAP definitely going to be holding on to that over towards that B site, and K is going to be just maintaining over towards Fountain. So will they go for the early control? QeeYou on a little bit of a shoddy buy, not a lot to use in terms of utility.
But they do have, still gonna buy the op on reaction as, oh, I think he spotted out a man there. And K's gonna take the shot, not gonna land anything, however, he's gonna fall back here. As Xiva is pushing a little aggressively to connect the stairs, he's gonna fall back as well. So early on, they do have some information. I think K's did spot a couple men out pushing into playground. And Advent with the Tech 9, he has a C4 as well. And QeeYou trying to get control of short and connect slowly as Moriarty is playing pretty slow as well. Changing things up a bit are QeeYou at the moment.
Yeah, they're hoping MVP get aggressive. I think one thing we've seen about this team though is that when they buy up, they're very disciplined. They're not going to, get overconfident in a situation like this. They realize what's on the line. It's a tied score currently. And they want to lock down as many rounds as they possibly can pull off. But we're going to see QeeYou start to pick up the pace. 40 seconds to go. I think he just... No, he did not catch a glimpse. No, now he has. As he just spots the helmet out of Eamon. And they're going to rotate over towards short, looking for the push towards B. One are able to pick up one.
And he's going to fall back as... Looks like rotation is coming in from the CDs. Looks like it's going to be a B push. A-Chap with the op here. He's gonna come on big, goes for the flick shot. Advent has been taken down. A C4 spotted as well. The rotation is coming in. A-Chap goes for the flick shot. It's got to miss it. Moriarty, Scopeless coming in as Case is gonna get a frag on reaction as well. And A-Chap gonna tag on all kicks, but it's gonna be Xiva, in fact, who gets a frag as MVP.Karnal shut that down pretty convincingly.
So 5-4. Now they're forcing QeeYou on the save. The double up ended up working out surprisingly with how they actually placed them out. A-Chap, he got burned down, I think, half of his life alone just from that Molotov. But some great cover from his teammate, and not to mention Kaze on upper was able to secure that hold. So 5-4 with the slight lead, holding on to the double op, and QeeYou going for basically the full save. Just a couple of pistols bought up.
They're pushing
Xavier's
out
in
here.
the perfect position to shut this down if they do come around his corner.
Not gonna catch out anyone as Xiva. Full eco round though coming out from MVP. Oh, Kaze and Xiva getting a frag apiece. That should be an easy shutdown here as the remaining roster members of QeeYou are going to be slowly making their way to short, where they have Kaze with that big green of his waiting for them to challenge him. And Xiva, nice angle for him. He should be able to pick out Arkix here. Arkix has an inkling that Xiva's right there. Perfect flashbang comes up. Xiva not going to peek out, but it's going to be Moriarty falling. And an easy anti-eco round here for MVP.Karnal.
You're actually trying to make it expensive at least though, trying to pick up the op, but he will be dropped. And MVP. 6-4.
Not a single man loss as well, and that's starting to build up a pretty substantial economy at the moment.
And, I don't want to point it out too much. I don't want to be that guy, but Advent has yet to pick up a kill at 0 in 10 so far in his team, dying in every single round.
Well, it's still early. It's still pretty early. You never know, he might pick up a couple of aces. That's what...
That's true, it could happen. And look at this, Xavier's getting very aggressive towards stairs. This might be an actual push out of him towards short. This might be perfect, because they're already coming in towards water as well, but he's going to be Molotov'd off, forced back. Wanro able to pick up the kill before he does fall. Zonkix is able to respond. And look at that two-man stack and connector. They're just waiting for this.
They're waiting for any rotation from the teaser. But the thing was, I think it was Xiva pushing a little aggressively. He just peeked like a millimeter more. He would have spotted out the man in connector. Oh, it's going to be reaction though. Going to tap Xiva's head away to oblivion. And that's going to be still... Oh, it's going to be the man advantage this time around for QeeYou. And A-Chap with that Arbor Fizz. As Eamon is going to equalize things 3v3. And looks like they're going to be going for the B player. They still have a lot of time to play with.
It's just so risky too, because he's all by himself with an op.
Oh,
Moriarty's pushing up from towards Monster. Takes up the kill, and now Eamon getting flashed out. He's actually dodging both, but Advent finally secures his first kill of this game. And now Kaze in a 1-on-3. He needs that early kill to be able to pull this off. And QeeYou are giving him nothing.
They're not peeking at all, and they really can't. They really don't have that much money to play with. They should be just trying to... Ooh, a nice shot from Kaze. All Kaze can do at the moment is try to inflict as much economic damage as he can. But it should be 6-5 here. Still in favor of MVP.Karnal. This is looking very reminiscent of the Inferno game, where it went 8-7, if I recollect it.
I can tell you in a second. It went 9-6.
9-6, yeah.
For MVP.
That's pretty close initially until MVP kind of started shutting it down in the later round to the CT side. And 6-5. They do have quite a bit of money that MVP.Karnal have built up.
Just to remind everyone watching the stream and everyone here that we did ban the decoy bug on the map, so you're not allowed to throw the decoy to stop the chain from coming across.
I hope the players are aware of that. I hope the players are aware of that.
Yeah, they should be definitely aware of that. Just to kind of reiterate for everyone at home wondering about that, since it's the first time we're seeing this map played out. Again, Xavier getting really aggressive towards connector, trying to lock down the control so Kaze can go for the pick. Actually pushing over towards playground. He might walk straight into his cross if he just looks back over in the other direction. And they've made their presence clear, and he gets taken down by Joking. Opening up on towards that A site. Amen trying to stay alive. Gets one inside of restrooms. And rotate back towards long. But with the man advantage, QeeYou looking to tie things up at 6 apiece.
And you were talking about a decon frame, but have you noticed like most of these, like both the teams, especially even QeeYou, they haven't really tried anything special. No smoke setups, barely any smoke setups whatsoever. They're just walking into the side, just relying on the duels.
Well, the thing is, like when they've hit towards A, when I was saying before we actually started that A is typically like the bread and butter of a terrorist-sided team. You just smoke off like the entire line, you get the plant in the smoke, and then you have the after plant situation. But we're seeing a lot of the fighting happen before they even get towards that site. We're not seeing like these 5-on-5 battles. We're seeing like these awkward 2-on-3s and such. So it's not really getting set up for that possibility.
Indeed. And I guess it also has to do with the fact that, like I said earlier, Overpass, Cobblestone, and Train are maps which you don't see being played that often in the Asian scene. As the Molotovs are going to rain in, however, the Toxic 1 row. He's all alone here. He's got to hold for it as long as possible. A-Chap's going to open things up. A-Chap picks up a double kill. Wanderer gets a frag of his own as well. And it's all down to Orkix here. 1v3. He finds Wanderer, but it's down to 1v2. 10 seconds remaining on the clock. The C4's dropped as well. And what's he going to do here? He's going to go for it.
He's got to go for it. He's got 1 man off towards each direction. He gets the first kill. He can't swing to the second. And Eamon going to close up the round. MVP up 7-5.
As we move on here into the 13th round, you can see the Malaysian fans here. MVP the homeboy favorites. And it looks like it should be Nico. Yeah, it should be seeing a few P250s, perhaps maybe a Tech 9 out. Yep, a couple of Tech 9s. Well, just one Tech 9 in fact coming out for Joking. They should be just going for the plant here as MVP.Karnal. They don't have an op anymore, however. Money kind of tight at the moment for both the teams.
I think Case has proved before that he can play basically any gun. He's going to have a couple men off towards birthday party. Maybe it flashed him from a teammate potentially. Reaction to Joking already taking some damage. Gets the first kill, the bomb's not down. Gets the second, gets the third as well. Looking for that fourth. He gets reaction down. Can he pull off the ace? The man's behind him towards staircase. He wants this. He gets it. Case pulls out with the ace.
What is happening here? K's going absolutely massive. I mean, we saw him go crazy with the op. And suddenly picks out the M4. Is like, yeah, you know what? Like you said, we can play with almost any gun at the moment. As I think the second ace of the game so far, as MVP.Karnal 8-5 and QeeYou. If they lose this round, the money won't be that comfortable. Let's move on to the final round here, as Reaction is going to be leading the way in the Founders. Case once again waiting there. He spots out the man, but he's going to fall back to the safety of restrooms. Not going to take any chances here.
So that nade did not connect, but you can see the importance of this area of MVP. Sending 3 people there as Case has retreated back towards site. Now it's going to come down to Wanro. And A-Chap on B. A-Chap actually, he hasn't really played this position before, but it might catch him off guard. There's actually no one over towards Monsters. We finally see Advent starting to rotate over.
And he's got himself in a very good position, like you mentioned. No one spotted him there. We do have Joking inside of sandbags. The C4 is still near T-spawn. It's still near T-halls, but it is slowly making its way over the short. As we have the rotation coming in through connector as well for by Moriarty and Advent. Looks like they're going to be trying for this A play here. They do have Joking still looking in sandbags, trying to catch off a CT, but the Molly's going to push him out, and yep, he did announce himself.
They didn't even know he was there too. They just threw it just to delay a potential rush because there's so little time on the clock. Now they should know that's going to be coming towards this A site. Joking's still going to be selling that push towards B. And Reaction going to try to open things up towards A. Does spot out Eamon, gets the kill. That's 2 now for QeeYou.
Why did Eamon push? They really didn't have to push. They had no time. They had to go for the push. Now they do have just one man inside the side. That's Kaze, who's been monstrous.
Oh, he's playing this one so smart. He gets the first kill. He's going to get the bomb down as well with only 15 seconds to go. QeeYou have to pick up the bomb and plant, and they don't have control of long. They're trying to send him out. There's Kaze gets the third. And we're going to see Joking coming from the backside, turn on in case he gets the kill. But with 6 seconds left, can they get the bomb down? They still haven't picked up. They don't have time. Run away, Save. That's all you need to do, and they get the round.
And he gets a kill in the end, and that was beautiful, beautiful play from Kaze there. Just hold nerves of steel. Absolute nerves of steel. 9-5, and QeeYou the money in shambles.
Are we going to see a 9-6 again?
Deja vu. Let's see, but QeeYou, they have been, you really can count them out. They look like they're going to be just going for this B player, joking, leading away. Just got to bomb rush aside here, and A-Chap just have the M4 to play with. Why am I switching over to the USB? The nice counter flashes from the CTs as well, as it's going to be, oh, one row, spots on Advent, just on the top of the smoke, going to jump up on top, gets a frag as well, but there's going to be reaction, joking, gets a couple of frags as well, and Ork just running out with his knife out. And one row just completely annihilating this B play. Last man left alive. Reaction is going to go down. And that's going to be 10-5 here for MVP.Karnal as they move on to the T side. What a game so far. Yeah, and there's a quad kill from one row, by the way.
I think we've seen at least 2 quad kills and 2 aces now in this game.
At the very least, yeah. And
we had K's finished at 20-7 for that first half.
15 rounds and 20 kills.
That is impressive. You look on the other side for QeeYou, they have OK at 10 kills. They have Joking at 10. Advent at 1, unfortunately.
Advent not having a great match here, but well, he really needs to step up. He really needs to step up at the moment. But Case has been just monstrous. And what are QeeYou going to do now? 9-6 was the scoreline yesterday. They did completely shut down the CD side. I think they just gave, I think 3 or 4 rounds at max to MVP.Karnal. And what are they going to try here? What do you think they should do? Try to go a little aggressive, surprise MVP a bit?
I just hope that they don't get ahead of themselves. We see a lot of teams get in a situation. Just yesterday alone, I'm trying to think of the game off the top of my head. I think it was My Revenge.
Against Neckbreak, they were kind of fooling around a little bit on the T side.
It was actually Mongols versus My Revenge, where Mongols had a giant lead at the end of the first half, 10-5. Yeah, they were up 10-1 at one point, 10-5. Like, don't get ahead of yourself. Stay calm and just play your standard game. They're going to be, you know, if they do win, they'll go up against, or the winner of this game goes up against Team Immunity for their chance to get into the major. But we're kicking off the piss round of our second half of our final elimination match.
And it's going to be MVP. He's going to take this slow to C4. Just drop it. It's spread out all across the map. Eamon and Kaze just pushing into Birthday and now pushing the restroom, trying to gather some information. And QeeYou, they're just going to hold fort here. They do have 4 men. 4 men over in A. Reaction coming back as well.
We've seen this a couple of times before. It's a lot invested into that A site. As there's 3 people here, but the bomb, it's rotating back towards B. There's only going to be 1 man here to defend. Moriarty. Actually, they have a stack. Oh, and reaction up towards upper. And but they're still taking the time with 55 seconds to go. They're not in too much of a hurry. Case trying to get the kill on the Joking, trying to go for a little bit of a lurk. And Moriarty is going to be pushed down inside of this. He looks for the first kill, gets Xavier down. The bomb will be planted. An after plant situation, 3 on 5.
And, well, Ox pretty low in health, however, but, oh, Eamon's gonna come charging on, takes on Joking, 3v4. It's almost 3v3 if you look at the health here. Oh, it's gonna be A-Chap, finds another man. Are they gonna see the defuse? No, they're not. A-Chap going absolutely massive. Last man left alive, he's gonna fall as well. And MVP.Karnal take the piss around with style. Just losing 2 men at 3v5. And they just shut it down.
That was A-Chap playing so well, too. He sat just behind the smoke. He could see into water when they would come in, and was able to clean them up. That was just fantastic crossfire to them. And now they're only 5 rounds away from getting into the semifinal up against Team Immunity. Reaction buying up the scout, though, trying to keep QeeYou alive. Momentum, it's building up for MVP. They're looking good.
They're looking good, and they're often going for 2 rifles. Oh, K's going to be leading the way here. He should be careful. The scout got a miss a shot, however. And a smoke a little deep. Yep, it's going to smoke up reaction. But Moriarty looking over to 5-7. He's going to get the frag. Yes, he is. Xavier gets Advent. However, the flashbang going to blind Moriarty. But Moriarty stays alive. But he's done a ton of damage to Xavier and A-Chap. And this could still go either way. But Xavier with that P90. And it's going to be Xavier finding the frag there. Oh, Eamon finds one as well. All under reaction. 1v4. He finds a man with the scout. But, yep, he's going to try and hold on to his gun.
Yeah, with no kit, no chance he's going to go for it. And now MVP going to be up 12-5.
And the crowd are feeling it as well.
I'm expecting QeeYou to be saved in the next round as well. On top of this, maybe try to work with the scout towards long. An MVP with the crowd behind him. They are closing in on that magic number.
I remember taking an interview of Eamon yesterday and I asked him, you know what, you're meeting up QeeYou tomorrow. What are your thoughts on that particular matchup? He's like, we're going to win. That's all he said. We are going to win. And by the looks of things, he is looking to keep his word here as we move on to round number 18. 12-5. And a full eco round coming out from QeeYou. And look at MVP. They are just barreling into the B side here. Couple of Uzis out on Xavier and Eamon as well. The kind of a failed Molotov, however, as OneRow is going to get thrown to life by his own mollies. Advent is getting completely flashed and mollied back. 3 men inside the side as Joking's going to open things up. K is the first casualty of the round as OneRow is going to drop one. Xeo finds another one as well, but Joking replies back. 3v2, and there's a man right behind them. Finally, Joking's going to fall, and Arkic's a little bit too late to the party, and A-Chap's going to shut him down. 13-5 to MVP.Karnal, and QeeYou, this is make or break for them.
MVP have picked up the last 10 out of 11 rounds. And now on 13, they're picking up the op for K's. Keeping the Mac 10 for Eamon, though. Actually, no, switch over to Galil instead. And we're seeing a really iffy buy out of QeeYou. Not a lot of utility to work with, but they do have the op on reaction. He's got to go big for his team. And he won't have the opportunity, at least at the moment. There's going to be no one peeking towards long, as K's is just playing this one safe. The rest of the team has gone up and gotten control of short. Most importantly, you can see the 2 men in connector for QeeYou, trying to gain control for themselves.
This is a pretty smart play from MVP. I don't think they're going to be making the same mistake they made yesterday at Inferno, playing a little too hasty. OneRow going to open things up. Advent, the first casualty there. I think got him through the
wall.
Through the walls there, inside of B site. And MVP, they know they just have 3 more rounds, just 3 more rounds to move on to the semi-final to face off against Immunity. They're taking it slow, already the man to the good. Joking taking a massive amount of damage as well. Arkic's down, both Joking and Arkic's down to half health. And this is looking slightly dangerous here for QeeYou.
Oh, reaction, he's actually rotated back towards B. He's going to be holding it with Moriarty.
C4 still way behind. Okay, now we do have Eamon falling back to pick up the bomb. And
they got the time for this. Like, you can see there's 2 men pushed up out of QeeYou. Joking very close. For A-Chap will be spotted out, will be forced to back away. But with 29 seconds on the clock, MVP have to pick up the pace. And with that first kill, it does open things up. The bomb, though, it looks like it's going to go towards B. They're going to be smoking and flashing in the site. There's only 1 man here to defend. It's going to be reaction. And this is going to be a tough hold. With 18 seconds, they have to move.
They have to move indeed, and it's a great fake. They don't know what to do. Reaction has no clue, but it's going to be A or B. Finally spots on a man. Moriarty finds one as well. And Reaction, can you hold for it? 1v3. This has gone into almost impossible, and OneRow is going to drop him. 14-5. MVP.Karnal are feeling it right now. And a pause coming in from Advent and QeeYou. Oh yeah, they need a timeout at the moment. The money in shambles. What are they going to do? Are they going to just go for it or try and fight out for overtime? Decisions.
I'm trying to think, what would I even do in that situation? There's so much pressure. Like, if you buy and lose this round, the game's over, basically.
Yeah.
If you save this round, you have to force an overtime, which means you have to take 10 rounds straight against MVP.
It's been done before.
There's no easy decision here.
It's been done before.
It has been.
Yeah. But MVP...
Then you have Advent at 1 kill. I mean...
not really having a great day. And MVP, they look like a different beast altogether today. Yesterday, a little bit of nerves in the first game against QeeYou themselves. They lost the first game. Then they pretty much dismantled Neckbreak. And today, they are back with a bang. And are they going to force it up? They do have a scout in reaction. But he did have some extra money to go for that. Yep, they're going to go for the eco and fight.
Just equalizing the money a little bit.
Yep, and duke it out on for overtime. But MVP.Karnal, they are looking like an unstoppable juggernaut at the moment.
You just know MVP's going to play this one safe, too. I mean, they're on the cusp of getting through into the semifinal. There's no way they're going to be aggressive. I'm going to... They might do. I'm not going to leave myself, open to that. They could potentially be aggressive. There's no reason to. You're winning the passive play. You're winning the rotates. You're up 14-5. You can go for something a little crazy, but again, you don't want to get ahead of yourself.
And it's QeeYou. I mean, QeeYou, they're pretty good, honestly. Like yesterday, the way the composure they had yesterday on the CT side was impressive. But the nade, though, catching out reaction, is down to exactly 50 points of health, and he's going to fall back. Early damage being dealt out here by MVP.Karnal.
And Joking, it's just been a thorn in the back of MVP, maybe looking for that lurk. But A-Chap now going to be pushing into it again. QeeYou hoping for them to push straight in. And they do get a tag out of reaction, so he gets the health down to 28 on Xavier. So it's not a bad start. But they're still going to be playing a man down. They've lost the only gun that they had in this round, and they don't have the armor or even a kit or any utility to back this up.
And Joking, he's stuck there. He's stuck there. Because if he pushes in, A-Chap is waiting for him to rip his head off. And yes, he is going to rip his head off. And that's a 2-man advantage. And Jason, I think it's going to be 10 map points here for MVP very, very soon. 45 seconds remaining.
Oh, don't count Advent out, though. He's got the CZ. He's going to charge straight into him, though, not letting him get close. And now Ake's trying to come in from behind, looking for A-Chap. Going to rush straight into him, picks up the kill. He will finally get a gun, but now the question comes, is he going to save this? He doesn't have a kit. The bomb Actually making his way up towards long. He's got to try to hold on to this gun, but you can sure as hell believe MVP are going to chase this one down.
No, they're not. And MVP, they're playing like a bunch of MVPs at the moment. Huge individual plays coming out from each and every one of the members of the team. And the bomb getting planted, like you mentioned, Orkix, he's going to be trying to hold on to this gun here. But for QeeYou, it's Mount Everest to climb from here. It's going to be almost impossible.
I wonder if Team Immunity are actually watching this right now. I wonder if this is a map that we potentially want to play in a best of 3 up against MVP if they do get through.
I'm looking forward to the best of 3s. It's going to be fun. Of course,
Xavier. Starts straight into Orkix. I guess we'll pick up that kill, but now they know exactly where he is. Eamon trying to come from the side, take this gun away from QeeYou to make things a little bit harder. He's going to get the spray on down to 17 health. He's going to come around the corner. He's trying to run for his life, but will he spot him? He's going to come in the last one, but he won't spot him. And the AK will be saved into the next round. But here we go. Match point for MVP to get through into the semifinals for the best of 3 chance to get to Cologne for the major, to represent Malaysia. A lot on the line, and they have so many match points to work with.
And for QeeYou, this is it. It's do or die. They do have the op on reaction. And he's going to be pushing long. I really like how MVP just be taking it so slow, not taking any chances, and it's case with the op. And it's going to be Xavier opening things up, actually. And okay, takes a reaction as well. Is this the beginning of the end here for QeeYou? You can hear the crowd chanting for MVP. 3v5 MVP Gaming. Sorry, MVP.Karnal. They're still taking it slow. Playing it methodical, not taking any chances whatsoever.
But keeping their composure, you gotta like this. You gotta like this. In this situation, a lot of teams would fluster, but MVP, they have a minute to work with. There's no need to rush this down. You have a 2-man advantage. There's no point in throwing this away.
Indeed, and even though the crowd are just chanting MVP's name, they are just taking it slow, but it looks like it is going to be the B hit here. 2 men, that's Kaze and the C4, making its way through Monster, and 3 guys here in water. They're going to come charging out. The smoke's pouring in. Moriarty's going to go aggressive. It's actually going to be Moriarty's Molly. Burning Wanderer alive. Xavier gets Advent. It's going to be Moriarty falls as well. Last man left alive's joking. In a 1v4. Spots out Xavier. Is he going to get the frag? No, he's not. It looks almost impossible. He gets one, but 3 more men remaining. The bomb has been planted here. And joking has got to pull off the round of his life here, the clutch of his life to save for QeeYou. He's going to spot out Eamon. MVP playing this to perfection, not showing themselves. Eamon finally comes charging out, and MVP are going to go to semifinals here to face off against Immunity 16-5. Jason, what a performance from the Malaysians.
Didn't drop a single round on the CT side as well. Well done by them, well deserved as well. Beating the team that knocked them down just yesterday alone in their first match. Well done by them, and the crowd, you could hear them behind chanting them. They have to be so thrilled about this win.
Indeed, and as I mentioned earlier, I really haven't seen MVP play Overpass, but it looks like they have done their homework on this map. And for the Chinese, you got to feel for them. Disappointment writ large upon their faces. But, well, the better team won. And now we do have the first semifinals coming up, and that's going to be, I think it's Renegades facing off against
My Revenge.
My Revenge Korea. And look at the faces of MVP. They are so happy at the moment. So the final 4 teams, the 2 Australians, no surprises there to be honest, and then MVP and My Revenge.
Yeah, so we have a Malaysian representative, a South Korea representative up against the 2 Australian representatives.
And, well,
this could go either way. I mean, MVP, that's the first win in the set of, well, now 2 more that they need to get through. Just imagine them in Cologne at the major to represent Malaysia. It would be insane.
Massive. That would be insane indeed. And
the thing is, they have a tough challenge ahead. Team Immunity, they looked risky, or they looked a little bit shoddy in the beginning of their games yesterday. But they pulled it home when they needed to. They showed that they could adapt. And MVP, they're going to have to go to the drawing board, look at this and see what they want to play them on first of all, and have to be so sharp in game. Kaze, he had a pretty solid game, got an ace in there. Had even a 4K on top of that. He was looking pretty damn good. And Immunity, they have to be prepared for this. It's not going to be an easy match.
I really don't think it's going to be an easy match. I'm just gonna put it out there. I think it's going to be 2-1. I think we're going to see map number 2. I'm not going to say who's going to win. I'm just going to say we might be seeing 3 maps here against Immunity. For Renegades, well, My Revenge, they have a volcano to climb, and it's lava pouring down, and they're like, hey, you know what, we are still going to duke it out. They were never the favorites, but they beat Sky Red. Some massive individual plays coming out, especially from Zine, Sound as well, Basse as well. So next game is, of course, going to be Renegades facing off against My Revenge KR, and that's going to be Karn and Demon taking it
Should be an exciting game.
Should be an
Best of
exciting
3.
game.
Going to see what maps we're going to have and see what's our first team qualifying through from the Asian qualifier.
Indeed, and well, that's it from our end, ladies and gentlemen.